Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ray, and today I'll be talking about how to choose the best university for yourself. And this is one of the biggest decisions that you might make in your lifetime, and it has a significant impact on your future career. These are just some things that I wish I would have known before entering college. And yeah, let's get straight to it. So, first of all, you want to look at the majors that the college offers. So basically, let's say you want to go to Yale and then you want to study business, right? There's no business majors here. So basically, that might skew your decisions on where you're trying to go and where you're narrowing it down when it comes to college decisions. So yeah, that's like a big factor, right? Because obviously you want to study business. The closest thing that comes to mind here is economics, but obviously, it wouldn't be the same. So yeah, that's just kind of the examples that I'm trying to give out. Number two, the campus culture and environment. So, every colleges have their own size and location, whether or not, you want to go to like a large university that has 10 acres land and navigate yourself throughout classes. I personally went to the University of California, San Diego. It was a huge campus, and there was only like a 10-minute break between classes, so I had to get on my scooter and get to class. It was pretty rough, considering the people that don't have scooters or skateboards, whatever form of transportation. So yeah, that's just something to think about. Also, student life. Do you want to focus on your studies? Do you want to go party, join a frat, join orgs, whatnot? Yeah, that's just something to think about. This was actually a huge factor when I chose UCSD, because I heard that it was just not a party school. That's kind of something that I wanted because I don't party, and also there's no like huge Greek life presence. So it allowed me to focus on my studies and just go all in, and that's just something I look for personally. So yeah, just think about that. Also campus safety, that's another concern that I think a lot of people have. And UCSD was located in La Jolla, so fortunately enough, there's just like it's a very safe neighborhood. I would say it's a very safe neighborhood. It's surrounded by a lot of security. Some universities require like freshman students to actually get into dorms and have like the college life, whatnot. But I never took upon that because I was just committed to being a commuter. So yeah, we'll see about that. Alright, next we have financial considerations. College is really expensive. You might have to take out a lot of debt, like usually like around 50 to 80K for 4 years. Total of 4 years, So, or maybe even more. You never know. You gotta do your research on how much it would cost totally, considering the room and board, the tuition, books and supplies, transportation fees, and etc. So yeah, do your research. And me personally, I come from a low income background, so I always try to look for colleges that offer a lot of scholarships. And this is something that I didn't do, is the fact that I did not know that there were colleges that have more need-based aid than merit-based aid. The two differences are, merit-based aid is basically colleges that offer scholarships for those who have who perform their highest in high school. You have like a weighted GPA above 4, or like a 4.5 or whatever, and the SAT, ACT score, maxed out, whatnot. Need-based aids comes based on the FAFSA that you file. So, if your family makes, let's say, 50K a year, then you're probably going to qualify for a lot of financial aid from those institutions. These are mostly private, and there's this misconception that private colleges are more expensive to go to than public colleges. But when you look closely, private colleges offer more financial aid than public colleges. It all depends on where you're applying for. But yeah, if your family makes under 100K per year, then you're most likely going to get a lot of financial aid from those colleges that offer a lot of need-based aid. So check them out, and even if you don't get in, like, you shot your shot, and if you do get in, congrats to you, and you might be a full ride scholarship is not a dream, probably within the reach of your hands at that point. If you maintain a good GPA, you worked hard, you have a good essay, you have a good letter of recommendation, whatnot, it might be within the reach of your hands. So make sure to check them out. And lastly, look at the local job market. For instance, I never knew that UCSD was a STEM school, even though I applied there. I went there solely because they offered a good political science program. UCSD is a STEM school, and I've been to a lot of career fairs that they offered, and basically the job, the recruiters were only looking for STEM majors and, people who were pursuing a career in that sector. So, the majority was like that, and the only, job recruiters that were there for political science majors or, some social science, humanities majors were like the local government or, some other stuff like volunteering. So yeah, obviously it's going to be hard for you to get a job around that area. So make sure to do your research. I really like to use the US News for that. Search up US News, job market, Los Angeles, for example. Let's do it.
What kind of job markets around there? Obviously LA is known for their entertainment sector because of Hollywood. But like it says here, that's not the only thing that they have to offer. They have more sectors going in there, like trade and logistics, food manufacturing, and all the other stuff. And how I know how accurate this is because I personally have experience here with San Diego. It's pretty accurate. I never really did it, and obviously that is really important when it comes to getting internships that you're really interested in. Also, that is something to look out for. Is that when you see a university known for their reputation for like a graduate degree, let's say UCSD has a great reputation for their international studies program in their graduate school. It's called the Global Strategy, the School of Global Strategy or whatever. So, obviously that's a strong major to consider because you're probably going to be getting more opportunities or internship opportunities to actually explore that field because the school is really known for them. Obviously, there's like other departments like the Jacobs Engineering program and what else? The computer science program is also known for the graduate program. Obviously, with the medical school as well. So those majors are going to be really, really competitive and really rigorous course program. Even with the undergraduate degree, So that is really something to look out for. So yeah, there's just going to be a lot of opportunities flooding in for your undergraduate program as well, coming from the graduate school's reputation. So that's just always something to look out for. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. You know, do your own research before choosing a college. And you know, I understand that it is a big decision to make at 17 or 18 years old, and I've personally been through that stage. I quietly didn't know what to do. I just chose the best school that I got into. So yeah, it's a lot, but you know, I hope that you guys will do your research and take some action from this video. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe to my channel for more tips. And if you liked what I had to say, make sure to comment down below what kind of other content you want. Make sure to comment down below what kind of other contents you would like to see. So yeah, thank you. Peace.